Welcome back to the Danger Room. I'm Adam.
I'm Eric.
And we are here today to talk about the Street Sharks. But first, a little bit about where we're recording from. We are at Alchemist Cove.
That's on 61, right next to the Roma Pizza.
Right next to Roman Delight 2.
Sorry. I get them confused.
I'll edit that out.
That's fine.
So, the best comic and trading card and tabletop game shop that you'll ever visit.
Like what I always like to call it, the Mount Olympus of comic book shops.
Love it.
Yeah.
These messages. We'll be right back.
90-second shootout. High-powered hoops. Rapid-fire rim rock in action. Take the shot. Beat the clock. 90-second timer. 7 arcade action sounds. Automatic scoring. Tie score, 2 seconds left. 90-second shootout from Melapel.
Back to the show. So, again, we're talking about Street Sharks.
Yeah.
And we're not doing an entire series overlook. We're just looking at a singular episode.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it.
Yeah. Here we go.
So, Eric, I think we can both agree the opening music is terrible.
Street Sharks. They find the Street Sharks. Street Sharks.
Are you out of your mind? No.
You do this every
No.
time. You do this every time.
I think the problem of it is that we just will never agree on anything.
It's a bluesy, not fun mess to me.
First of all, that's the whole point of it being a bluesy, not fun mess, which that's ridiculous. The whole point, it fits with the whole narrative of the show.
And before we get into it, I just want to say something.
What?
Jawsome.
Let me follow that up with Shark Attack!
So we open with Dr. Bolton scaling a fence and picking a lock to a place that I'm pretty sure is his own lab.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I get he's trying to sneak in on Dr. Paradigm, but I don't understand picking the lock. Just use your key.
Well, that's what, again, I think the problem of it is I was under the assumption that they both shared the laboratory because they're lab partners.
I don't know.
And even with all that tech that he has, you would think, like, you got to check on it once in a while. But let's just quick use this too. It shows him climbing, scaling a fence, jumping over some things. The guy's a scientist.
Well, he obviously works out a lot.
Clearly.
So, the way it plays out, Dr. Bolton sets off some alarms that alert Dr. Paradigm, who is clearly saying things that would suggest he doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
I still don't understand whose lab it is at this point.
The ownership is open to interpretation.
Dr. Paradigm is choosing different genetic strains to form his own super soldiers.
Correct.
He chooses a relentless conqueror and ruthless leader, Genghis Khan, and a lawless pirate, Captain Blood.
Right. And this goes to my point. Where the heck did he get DNA strands for Genghis Khan and Captain Blood?
They're out there.
Apparently.
He probably looked them up on eBay.
Timu.
And then he adds a dash of protovirus, which is an nondescript extra additive.
Right. And a little bit of sugar, spice, and chemical X.
I don't know that you're on the right show.
Oh.
Dr. Bolton enters. Paradigm welcomes him and asks him not to just stand there. Dr. Bolton tells him, "You're not going to use my findings this way." He walks over to Dr. Paradigm, and in a fight to desperately stop him from using the computer, he lightly adjusts his jacket a little bit. When this doesn't work, he gives him a soft hug from behind.
Which I thought was he was going to take him to Suplex City, but I guess he did not.
While initiating the soft hugging, Dr. Paradigm just knocks him to the ground.
There's the scientist. There he is.
So Dr. Paradigm initiates the genetic restructuring of a lobster and a swordfish. He adds the Genghis Khan DNA to the lobster to create the slobster.
Oh.
And he adds the pirate Captain Blood DNA to the swordfish to create Slash. Not a great name in comparison to Slobster.
What happened here? Where did we go wrong? Also, it should be funny to note, too, that Slash, after he gets his genetic coding redone, has clothes. Slobster? Nothing.
Dr. Bolton does nothing and then softly says, "Stop, Paradigm. I'm not going to let you mess with nature. I won't allow it." And then he proceeds to just stand there a little bit.
Because he's going to allow it. Because you have to think, he kind of like, if this is his life's work, he's like, how dare you use this against me?
Yeah, this really awesome genius.
Let's ride it out. Let's see what happens.
Dr. Paradigm tells him, "I'm improving on nature. Witness my triumph." Dr. Bolton does everything he can do by turning around and watching.
So again, he's like, I can't believe you would do such an evil thing to these wonderful fish creatures. Is it working?
The lobster and swordfish begin to mutate. Dr. Bolton yells, "You're out of your mind," and tries to leave. Dr. Paradigm closes the door before he can exit.
With his fist.
He says, "I can perfect this. I know I can." Dr. Bolton tells him to let him out. Meanwhile, Paradigm was making another injection in secret and then injects Dr. Bolton while he's not paying attention.
He gets pinned in the back of the neck.
Dr. Bolton immediately mutates and runs out of the room, destroying the doorway and leaving his watch behind.
Classic Looney Tunes action.
We don't get to see what he transformed into.
No. I'd like to think it's a shrimp.
It didn't look shrimp-shaped.
It looked like a jumbo shrimp.
I'll give you that one. So Paradigm notices the watch, picks it up, and says, "Time to go."
Oh, that's theft.
I always liked this watch. We see Slobster and Slash fully transformed. Slash says, "Not just yet, friend. What about us?" And Slobster says, "What do you mean, us?" And then hits Slash.
Yeah.
Already an abusive relationship.
Already starting. I feel like this is a little bit of the Genghis Khan and Captain Blood coming out of him. Which, real quick, who the hell's Captain Blood?
Oh, he's a very well-known, made-up, completely fake pirate, I think.
Oh,
or he's real and I'm just uncultured.
Or we've never heard of the ruthless Captain Blood until Street Sharks.
I'm sure he's real.
I bet.
We cut to a helicopter flying around, giving the weather and news events, and talking about air quality. Why wouldn't they just do it from a studio?
So, and let's take a minute to realize how much Fission City, which is what the town is called, Fission City is just a shithole. Like,
yeah, get into that later.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Paradigm goes to his own lab.
You're right. Finally.
So apparently that wasn't his lab. I don't really. I'm still lost on the ownership of the labs in the city. And we meet Lena, a researcher who I thought works for Paradigm, but maybe not.
No. Lena is... Dr. Paradigm is a professor at the university.
All right.
And Lena is Dr. Paradigm's understudy.
I don't think so, and here, I'll tell you why.
Why?
So she tells him, Dr. Bolton never showed up. Maybe we should call his sons. Paradigm says, that's a great idea, and then looks at his watch that Lena notices was Dr. Bolton's. She asks, have you spoken with him? He says, just make the call, Lena. Cancel all my appointments and tell them to meet me at a nondescript location in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Stage right is Ben's. A really awesome 90s looking scientist guy with purple goggles, a red bandana holding up his really cool looking messy hairstyle.
Yeah, and you can tell he's from the 90s because of his voice. Ah, man.
He does have a really cool West Coast voice.
Man, I wouldn't trust that guy. That dude's weird.
Which makes me wonder, is that how they sounded? I've never been to California.
Benz tells her, I wouldn't trust that guy.
Yeah.
That guy is weird. Lena says, I know, Benz, but he's my faculty advisor.
Oh, okay. He's a faculty. I knew it was something like that.
So he's not even a scientist.
He's not even real.
He's just a faculty advisor.
And not only that, he's a faculty advisor that wears a trench cape and has a steel eye patch. I feel the possibilities for having a Paradigm standalone are I want to know how he lost that eye.
This goes on to tell me that he's probably not qualified to be mixing up genetic restructuring compounds.
But I tell you what he can do. Are you still interested in that class for 5th period?
I'm actually, I don't even know that he should be wearing a super cool scientist watch.
He doesn't even know how to read it.
We now show John Bolton, a brilliant scientist like his dad. He has one of those Whoopi Goldberg machines or whatever they're called, Bobcat Goldthwait machines. Not sure what they're called. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Look it up.
It's one of those machines where something knocks over a thing, and Anyway, his machine is way too elaborate and is making coffee and toast while opening a can of something, and it's all run by a rat running around a hamster wheel.
And not only that, you can see the toaster oven in the background. So, instead of just getting up and making toast, he enslaves a rat to run in a circle to create all these nuances that make toast.
Eggs and toast drop down on his plate, and John says to the rat, "Awesome eggs, Hillary. Way better than your chocolate chip cookies." Does he just have an enslaved rat run his whole life?
I guess so. And how does he make the chocolate chip cookies?
Lena calls and tells him she has a message from his dad. We're then introduced to Robert Bobby Bolton Jr. With awesome spiked up in the front 90s hair riding roller skates.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, "Okay, I'll meet you at the old nuke joint. After me, of course." Wait. Are they just going to meet up at some shut-down nuclear facility?
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the environment that they're in. Apparently, in Fission City, the nuclear plants are grocery stores.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
We then see Coop Bolton, who's running a football drill. He's absolutely beefcaked.
Yeah.
He runs through 2 guys and catches a touchdown pass and says, "Oops, sorry."
But he's nice. He knows his strength.
Anyway, he's also asked to meet up.
Yeah.
Then we see Clint Bolton. He's still asleep because he's super cool and he stays up late.
Yeah.
And he has that awesome 90s longish split down the middle hair.
Oh, yeah.
A phone call wakes him up and he's asked to go meet his dad. He says cool and then just drops the phone on the floor and goes back to sleep. We see John and Bobby racing. John on his motorcycle, Bobby on his rollerblades.
Which that's how people got around in the 90s, was on rollerblades.
And motorcycles. Yeah.
And motorcycles, yeah.
John has to stop because there's construction blocking his path. Bobby just rides through it and goes through people's houses and up on top of a building. He skates past a really hot chick and tells her he has to fly.
Yeah.
He then jumps off and then parachutes down into the city. I didn't even see a parachute on him.
You didn't have one.
How did he know this would be his path?
Which, not only that, did you see the distance between the ground and where he did the parachute? Talk about living life on the edge, man. How did even the wind gust up the parachute? You were 20 feet off the ground.
Jawsome. Coop is riding a skateboard through the construction zone and gets stuck in a pipe that's being lifted into the air.
Yeah.
He just skates out and launches way down in some type of water. It's a spillway or something. He just lands it.
Yeah.
Absolute tank.
Because he's on roller skates.
No, skateboard.
The skateboards, yeah. Sorry.
John jumps his motorcycle onto a not yet completed highway and goes, "So that's better," and then drives up it.
Yeah. Which you can do when you're on a motorcycle.
They all arrive at what I'm assuming is the old nuke joint.
It clearly
which is just a whole bunch of series of pipes and unexplained facilities. They all arrive and see Clint landing with his rocket pack on and yawning and saying, "Man, what took so long?"
What is up with that? So this is where I draw the line. Unbelievable amount of parachutes, unbelievable amount of skateboards and roller skates. The motorcycle, I get it. The jetpack.
So,
one, is he licensed to have it?
I'm sure he's not. He's too cool.
Two, where does he keep it? And three, why didn't anybody else see him flying around?
He asks them, "Who's got the chow? I'm starved."
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, John did not bring his rat to make him breakfast.
She's still at the house.
Hillary. So Dr. Paradigm shows up and says, I'll take you to your father. Come with me. John notices, hey, that's Dad's watch. Paradigm says, such a generous creature. Bobby says, no way, Mom gave that to him. What are you doing with it? Coop says, he would never give it away. Bobby grabs him by the collar and pulls him in and says, what have you done with him?
It's getting real now. Also,
God.
real quick, let's shout out to the fortitude of the four sons. Something his dad couldn't do.
They are way tougher and cooler.
So I'm assuming the mom raised these ones.
Paradigm snaps his finger and Slash and Slopster jump out.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs Bobby and Clint and says, let him go or I'll break you in two and make a wish. This is pretty kind of dark for a kid's show.
Good for you, champ.
Clint says, no arguments here. Slash grabs John and Coop. Paradigm says, right this way, gentlemen. And if they resist, tear them apart. They walk inside of a lab that has a genetic altering equipment that I now know is called the Gene Slammer.
We do get a brief message about that. It's called a Gene Slammer. So,
which is a real scientific name.
Yeah. So the dad, who's this brilliant scientist, is like, Slammer, Genes, Gene Slammer.
The boys are laid out on table. Bobby thinks it might just be a bad dream from a burrito he ate earlier.
So it's everything about this show is so 90s.
Slopster appears and says, surprise! Bobby says, just my luck. It's not a dream. Paradigm asks, aren't you even curious what's going to happen to you? They just woke up.
They
what
don't
are you talking about?
they wanted to beat the hell out of you. They don't care what's going on.
John says, no, because we're getting out of here. Coop asks, what's he going to do to us? Bobby says, he has a Gene Slammer like that, except we're his guinea pigs. So, wait, who are his dad's guinea pigs? Because he says, just like that, except we're his guinea pigs.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, something's going on with
We
that
need more
Bolton.
information.
Yeah,
We need
that
more
Bolton,
information.
he got off too quick.
The Gene Slammer draws in the Gene Slamming solution. The needles draw closer. The boys are yelling, oh no! They're all injected. For some reason, Clint's restraints open and he stands up and grabs Paradigm to ask him, what have you done? He collapses to the ground.
Yeah. Why didn't they change right away?
The boys are just laying there unchanged.
Yeah.
Paradigm says, I gave him the perfect dose. What a disappointment. Slopster asks what they should do. Paradigm tells him to get them out of his sight. So Paradigm and Slash just lay them in some... I'm sorry, not Paradigm and Slash.
Yeah, he wasn't
Slopster
there.
and Slash just lay them in some type of water spillway. Some lady jogging by notices and screams.
Which is going to be a recurring theme with this
Yeah,
series.
why is she just jogging by an old nuke joint?
And not only that, what? So like Slash and Slopster don't realize that they may have just murdered 4 kids. And Paradigm's like, just get rid of them. Like what? Dude, you just killed them.
And to the lady jogging, I don't know that this place should just be open to the public to be jogging around. So the spillway opens up. Water flows out and the boys start floating downstream. The jogging lady returns with police to see the boys are gone. They floated away, and all that remains is smoking nuclear water.
Yeah. And when the lady says to the cops, oh, well, there was 4 bodies here, and the cops get back into the car.
They do absolutely no
They
investigation.
do nothing. This is a town I don't want to be a part of.
The guy in the Sky News helicopter flies by again, revealing that this town is named Fission City. I didn't realize it before.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely loaded with smog and other pollutants.
Yeah.
I don't know that anyone should be living here.
No.
How are they all not mutated at this point? They don't even need a gene slammer. They just need an air breather.
Yeah, I really feel like this is not a safe town.
We go back to Lena and Ben's, still working in the lab. She lets him know that Dr. Bolton missed 2 more classes and his sons never came home. Wait a second. Does she live with them?
How does she know?
Yeah, how does she know they didn't come home? Are they dating?
I think
I don't know that should be allowed in the workplace.
Yeah, I think that something's got. Me personally, I think something's going on with Lena and the Bolton dad.
Yeah. So she asks Benz to check on them.
Mm-hmm.
He says, sure. She asks, are you sure you're not too busy? He turns around to what he was working on, which just completely breaks, and he says, not anymore.
He's so cool.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't important.
He's so cool.
Meanwhile, the boys wake up somewhere in the spillway.
Yeah.
They all have terrible headaches, except Coop, who's really hungry.
Go figure.
They go to a local hot dog stand and order burgers. I never knew that was an option.
I don't remember that part.
As they're
That was
all eating,
awesome.
they begin to transform into the street sharks. Part human, part shark hybrids.
Uh-huh.
They also changed their names for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's also a name slammer.
It's a name slammer too. And let's look at, like, when you look at the actual sharks that are kind of what they become.
Yeah.
So the big football guy is a whale shark.
Hold on.
Oh,
You're ahead
sorry.
of me.
Sorry.
John transforms into Ripster, a great white shark.
Uh-huh.
Bobby transforms into Streaks, a tiger shark.
Mm-hmm.
Clint transforms into Jab, a hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
And Coop transforms into Big Slamoo, which is by far the best name.
That is the best
a whale
one.
shark.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
My personal favorite?
Oh, Ripster. That's your favorite name? Your favorite street shark?
Ripster is my favorite name, favorite street shark. He's just, first of all, let's look at the design of him real quick.
Yeah.
He's a great white shark with a pair of jeans, a belt buckle, and cowboy boots.
It's basically
America.
you. If you were, that's you just walking around your house.
That's an average Saturday for this guy.
So Streaks is my favorite, but Big Slamoo is the best name.
It is the best name. and not only that, like I said, every shark fits that personality perfectly.
And let us know in the comments what your favorite shark is.
Yeah, tell us. We want to know more.
More.
Would you like to know more? Remember that?
Would you like to know more?
The hot dog vendor freaks out and runs away.
Screams like a girl. There's that thing.
They look at themselves in the reflection of a metal spatula.
Mm-hmm.
Ripster says, "A lousy gene slammer and Paradigm is going to pay for this." Streak says, "Lighten up, guys." Only one guy talked, and he's like, "Hey, guys."
I think he's really kind of behind the idea.
Maybe it's not all bad.
Yeah.
Big Slamoo says, "I don't know about you, but I'm still hungry."
There's the voice of reason.
Then they all just completely devour the entire hot dog stand. The whole thing, metal and all.
The whole thing.
But you all know sharks eat metal.
When I eat Taco Bell, I get an upset stomach. These guys ate metal.
I thought you were going with, like, me. When I eat Taco Bell, I eat part of the table, so I understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
Cops show up
Mm-hmm.
in numbers, at least 5 cars.
Yeah.
How do they know, first of all, what's going on?
Uh-huh.
Second of all, who called them?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, Ripster says, "We got company. Run for it." Streak says, "Let's just explain what happened."
Again, the voice of reason.
Big Slamoo says, "I don't think so." Then they all jump into a smoking nuclear water
Uh-huh.
And swim away.
Yeah, because they're
Nobody
sharks.
should be living in this town.
Nobody. No. As a matter of fact, I think now you get a quick scene of... So in when they first introduced the town, the one S just falls off.
Off of the sign.
Yeah. And then I think not about right now is when the other S. What is holding this sign together?
We cut to a fuel truck that's wrecked and is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the woman who was jogging earlier is in the car, but I
I
can't.
think that's her because that's a very unique scream
Yeah.
that she has.
At least I think that's who. They look a lot alike anyway.
Yeah.
She's trapped in a car.
Mhm.
The street sharks show up just swimming through concrete like sharks through water with their fins sticking out.
That is the coolest mode of transportation.
It's crazy they can just do that.
They just do it now.
Can real sharks do that?
No.
'Cause,
How did they find out
I
about
feel
it?
like it's something we need to be afraid of.
How did they find out about it? How did they go? I wonder. I've
let's
seen
just
sharks
swim through concrete.
Yeah, but make sure your fin hangs out because we gotta go with this theme.
So the street sharks decide they need to help.
Mm-hmm.
They swim up through the concrete, grab the car, They start ripping pieces off the car and eating it to save the lady.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they're doing more eating the car than saving the lady at this point. The lady passes out and Streaks grabs her and carries her away. When she regains consciousness, she yells, "Sharks!" and runs away.
Uh-huh.
The guy in the sky witnesses it all and reports it live on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Lena from her lab notices it on TV and tries to call Benz.
Mm-hmm.
Benz answers and says, "Hey, lovely Lena, what's up?" I feel like
there's something there.
there's 5 people missing at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, lovely," like he's shooting his shot.
He's trying it.
Maybe look for Dr. Bolton and his sons at this point. Is he hitting on her? Is it Dr. Bolton's girl? I don't. Anyway,
Lena is the trump card. We don't know what's going on with
she
her.
tells him there's an incident on the freeway and to turn on Guy in the Sky.
Mhm.
He tunes in the radio on the car radio.
Mhm.
So apparently he's broadcasting video, audio, and radio frequencies.
Mhm.
Benz hears where they're headed and cuts them off. He rams into them.
Mm-hmm.
The airbag deploys. He says, "Hey, thanks. I was just having a hallucination. Hey, wait. Shark?"
Shark? And Benz is, let's quick talk about the Pizza Planet truck that Benz is driving. The thing has a baby gate for a driver's side door. It has the back end of a Winnebago. I don't know what is holding this truck together. The guy is like, he was just working on something, but his truck is just a pile of crap.
The sharks stand on either side of his car. Ben says, "Oh no, this is a bad B movie."
Mm-hmm.
The sharks tell him who they are.
Yeah.
We cut to the lady that they just saved in traffic. Apparently she ran over to them somehow.
Uh-huh.
Right? In her running away, she managed to run back into them.
And what does she say?
She screams, "Ah, sharks!" She didn't even have to run up to them. She could have just stayed away when she saw them, but she runs towards
She
them.
needs to. She needs everyone to know that she has now seen sharks twice.
The cops show up again. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They all jump into Benz's car and put on their seatbelts for some reason. They just swam through concrete.
Yeah.
They all throw their seatbelts on.
Mm-hmm. And let's also acknowledge the fact that sharks fit into this little car.
Yeah, how do they fit?
And there's plenty of room.
He opens up the baby gate, they jump inside.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, they could actually fit a couple more sharks in there.
Yeah.
So Ben starts running from the cops. There's a huge chase through town.
Uh-huh.
Ben just crashes the car off a bridge, lands on top of a tractor trailer,
Yep.
drives down onto the shoulder of the road and speeds off.
Yeah.
Guy in the sky is trying to chase after them.
Because he needs it now. This guy's the Glenn Beck of Vision City.
Somehow he realizes there's sharks in the car.
And what does he say?
I don't know.
Sharks!
They race to the outskirts of the city and through a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
They just turn into the Vision City amusement park sign.
Okay, so here's what happened.
All right.
Because I had to rewind this several times to figure out what happened. Benz says, "Oh, I have an idea."
Right.
2 of the street sharks stick their head out of the window and bite onto the sign, allowing themselves to latch onto the sign to make it look perfectly like
they
it's
crash
a car.
into it.
Yeah.
They're hanging there.
Yeah, with their teeth.
They literally just crash into the sign and no one notices them sitting there.
No.
Paradigm flies in on his chopper. They find them hiding in the sign.
Mm-hmm.
The cops couldn't. Guy in the sky couldn't.
Mhm.
Paradigm finds them. And he starts just absolutely launching lasers everywhere.
Let's hear it for the class advisor having his own personal helicopter, his own weaponry.
So he completely misses hitting. He's hitting everywhere but the shark's
Yeah.
vehicle. They chase them into the amusement park,
Mhm.
and the sharks lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get out of the car and they're just walking around pretending to be in costume.
Yep.
A little kid notices them, and Benz tells him, "Oh yeah, we're opening a new ride, Street Sharks." Oh my God, he said it.
Oh, that's the name of the show.
The guys love the name, and they say it to each other, and they're all in agreement that they love it.
They like, this is the name of our gang now. And that little kid, too. Let's hear it for that little kid. What's one thing he didn't say?
Slash burrows through the ground in a circle around the street sharks. And he collapses them into a hole. A bunch of totem poles also collapse down in on them. To get out from underneath them, they just start
Eating.
headbutting and eating them. Seems a little disrespectful.
Also, what's the native population in Fission City that have that many totem poles?
The sharks bust out and Paradigm starts shooting at them again. He tells them they're not going to survive out here. Their only choice is to come with him if they want to save their father. The sharks freak out and start biting a Ferris wheel. They collapse it and it starts rolling towards Paradigm. He takes off running, jumps out of the way, but it still falls on him. Slopster says he's going to snip off their heads and use them for bait. Genghis Khan's a real one.
Yeah.
He and Slash try to push a roller coaster on top of the sharks. They catch it and throw it back on top of Slopster and Slash. They've done a ton of damage at this point to this place.
This kid is watching this stuff go down and is like, I don't think this is right.
Also, Streaks now has on roller skates.
Yeah.
Where do you get them? And how did they find a size that fits them?
They just grew on him.
A bunch of tanks, military choppers, show up. Shark jaws close over the screen.
That's how you know this is a real cool show.
The end.
Yeah.
Or is it?
So, let's quick ask the question here. Let's look at this hypothetically. Why was the military called into this scene?
The police probably called them.
Because, I mean, the cops threw everything they had at these guys. So they're like, we got to step it up a notch. We have to call in the military.
Yeah, and honestly, the show was awesome.
It's Jawsome.
Jawsome. Would watch more.
I would watch more.
Animation, not the greatest.
There are quite a few times in this show that the animation doesn't match up necessarily to what's going on in the scene. I think it was just, let's get this show out there because, again, as I said before, a lot of the 90s cartoons at this point are this half human, half animal. And I think coming off the heels of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're like, we got to keep it going with this stuff. So I really feel this is one of those shows that it's basically getting out to the kids, buy our stuff, buy our toys. This is how you're going to do it. And it wasn't looked at enough to make a good show.
But it's exciting, you know.
It hits every point of a child wants. It's sharks.
Yeah.
It's loud music. It's awesome.
Yeah, action. And
can I just say who my favorite character is later on?
Go ahead.
Moby Lick.
I don't remember him.
He's a killer whale combo.
Anyway, let us know in the comments what you think. Let us know if there's an episode you want us to watch, or even if you just want us to keep going with this series. It's definitely something we could do, but we want your input. Let us know if you like it. And if you hung out this long, please like and subscribe.
Let us know. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe.
And that's it for the Street Sharks. Eric, take us away.
Bye-bye.